Italy, a land celebrated for pasta, fashion, ancient architecture, and Renaissance art. From the canals of Venice to the vineyards of Tuscany. From the majestic Roman Colosseum to the sun-kissed Amalfi Coast, Italy is adored by millions for its breathtaking beauty. But behind the postcard-perfect image lies a deep, complex truth. Italy is a country divided in many ways, something casual tourists rarely notice. Northern Italy, with cities like Milan and Turin, thrives with industries, fashion, and economic progress. Meanwhile, southern cities like Naples and Palermo face unemployment, corruption, and slow growth. It's like two different countries under one flag. This divide didn't happen overnight. Long before Italy was united in the 19th century, the peninsula was made up of powerful independent city-states: Venice, Florence, Naples, the Papal States. Each had its own culture, economy, and rulers. In this documentary, we'll explore why Italy became so divided, how history, politics, and geography created this gap, and what these differences mean for the future of the nation. Before Italy became a unified nation in the 19th century, it was divided into multiple independent city-states and regions. Each had its own government, culture, and economy. These city-states, like Venice, Florence, and Naples, were powerful in their own right, but lacked unity. The Papal States, controlled by the Pope, held significant land in central Italy, including Rome. These territories were central to Catholicism, and their influence contributed to the divide between northern and southern Italy, both politically and culturally. Italy's divisions were further complicated by foreign powers like France, Austria, and Spain. These countries often controlled parts of Italy, each with their own interests. For example, the Austrians ruled northern Italy while Spain controlled much of the south. By the early 19th century, nationalism began to rise in Europe, including in Italy. Intellectuals and political leaders like Giuseppe Mazzini and Count Cavour inspired many to envision a united Italy, free from foreign rule and internal divisions. The Risorgimento was the movement that led to the unification of Italy in 1861. Led by figures like Garibaldi, Cavour, and Victor Emmanuel II, it was a combination of military campaigns, diplomacy, and popular uprisings. Italy was officially united, but deep divisions remained. After unification, Italy still faced significant economic disparities between its northern and southern regions. Northern Italy, with cities like Milan and Turin, became industrial hubs, leading Europe in innovation, finance, and trade. In contrast, the South remained largely agrarian, with high poverty rates and low industrial development. Northern Italians tend to speak different dialects and have a different work ethic compared to their southern counterparts. The South has a rich history of traditions, while the North focuses more on modernity, innovation, and global connections. Another factor deepening the divide is the pervasive influence of the mafia in southern Italy. The mafia's hold on businesses, politics, and local economies has hindered the region's development, preventing it from progressing at the same rate as the North. Regionalism has been a persistent theme in Italy's political landscape, from the rise of separatist movements like Lega Nord, which demands greater autonomy for the North, to calls for more government investment in the South. Political leaders continue to exploit these regional differences to gain support. Despite all the challenges, many Italians are still hopeful for a united future. There is growing recognition of the need for national unity, both in politics and society. But can Italy truly overcome its historical divisions? Or will it always remain a country of contrasts? In the late 20th century, Italy made significant strides toward economic growth. The northern regions, particularly Lombardy and Veneto, became some of Europe's most prosperous areas, driven by innovation, finance, and manufacturing. However, this growth was not evenly distributed, leaving the South struggling to keep up. The 21st century saw the rise of populist movements, particularly in the North. Movements like Lega Nord and the Five Star Movement began to challenge Italy's political establishment, pushing for more autonomy for the North while voicing frustration with the government's inability to address regional disparities. The global economic crisis of 2008 hit Italy hard, with unemployment rates rising and debt reaching unsustainable levels. This exacerbated the gap between the North and South, as northern regions were able to recover faster, while southern Italy continued to struggle with unemployment and poverty. As frustrations with economic inequality mounted, calls for greater autonomy from regions like Lombardy and Veneto grew louder. Some even pushed for independence, claiming that northern Italy would thrive if it were freed from the financial burden of supporting the South. The European Union has played a role in attempting to bridge the gap between Italy's regions. While some argue that EU membership has helped boost the economy, others believe that the EU has not done enough to address the specific needs of Italy's poorer regions, especially in the South. The divisions that began in the 19th century continue to shape Italy today. While the country has made great strides economically and politically, the historical rift between the North and South remains a key challenge. The legacy of inequality, both economically and culturally, still affects the social fabric of Italian life. For Italy to move forward as a united nation, addressing regional disparities is crucial. Ensuring equal access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities is essential for bridging the divide. Italy must focus on creating balanced growth across all regions, with particular attention to the South. In recent years, there has been a growing push for greater political unity in Italy. Italians across the country are realizing that for Italy to truly thrive, national unity must come before regional division. The idea of a strong, unified Italy is being rekindled, though it is still a work in progress. To heal the divisions, education plays a key role in shaping the future. By promoting regional understanding, awareness of the country's diverse history, and fostering a sense of shared identity, Italy can work toward overcoming its divisions. The younger generation must be educated about Italy's shared history and the importance of unity. The future of Italy lies in its ability to embrace its diversity while fostering unity. As challenges persist, there is hope that Italy can overcome its historical divisions and create a future where all regions thrive together. Unity in diversity could become Italy's strength, not its weakness.